Hi there, and welcome to the MS-DOS Game Reviews, where I revisit ancient games in emulator and record it for posterity. Now, if this is your sort of jam, please enjoy. Today we are looking at an old childhood favorite of mine called Wolfenstein 3D, released for MS-DOS in 1992. So, released to the United States in 92. And then on later years, it was released in other countries as well. Now, in Germany, it was actually banned for a little while. And you can get this game on Good Old Games and Steam. Depending on how you want to run it, it's actually either is good. I do like to run it on my own emulator here, because then I've got a little bit more fine-grained control on the display. In any case, here's a quick little description of Wolfenstein 3D, but most important here are these two characters. Now, if you've played a first-person shooter at any time, you would know who John Romero and John Carmack are. In any case, there's some screenshots here, and you can see that looks pretty standard for first-person shooters, but let's go take a look at the game itself. So we'll just minimize this guy there, bring up the emulator. There we go, MS-DOS, and you can do a quick little directory. If you do a long directory like this, you can actually see my save games there are from 94 and 96. There's one in 99. So this game actually did get quite a bit of love from me. And looking at the names of the save files, it's quite a trip down memory lane. In any case, we'll fire up the game and you can see what all of this is about. So it automatically detects the mouse and the sound blaster. There's no configuration per se, it just works. And as you can see, I'm emulating a machine with quite a lot of memory, so here we go. It's not shareware, this version I managed to get in a different way, and that's why I actually bought the game twice now, just to sort of make up for all my sins of the past. They voluntarily rated it to PC-13 for profound carnage, and I think this just made people want to play it even more. So we have the name Wolfenstein 3D by ID Software. It was actually Apogee and ID Software at this point. After this, ID sort of became its own thing. Right, let's get out of the demo. The amount of polish that went into this is amazing. You can hear just moving the cursor, there's a bit of sound. And you can change the view. If you had a slow PC, you could reduce down the screen size. There's no graphics acceleration at this point in time. This is all just done on a CPU and not a very fast one added. So that's the view. You can read about the game here, and it tells you arrows, moves, controls, shoots, alt strafes, spacebar is your action key. Doesn't even say it there. But there's a bit of a story. You have a B.J. Blazkowicz, American spy, and it just tells you how you came to be in the predicament that you are. And it gives people a view of why you are where you are. If you haven't played the previous Wolfenstein now, I've read somewhere that Wolfenstein, the previous game of Wolfenstein was all about sneaking, but a similar idea. You were in a castle and you had to get out. But anyways, enough talking. Let's pick up a new game and see what this is about. Again, level of polish. Look at this. Can I play, Daddy? Don't hurt me. Bring him on. Death incarnate. we'll play on standard, bring them on, and this is what the game looks like now. At this era, this graphics was amazing. This is first 3D game. Now 3D is used lightly here. It's actually 2.5D because you can see this guy. If I'm looking at it from, where's my strafing button? There we go. If I'm looking at it from this side, I can see his feet. If I go over here and look at him, I can still see his feet. Now he's not moving. It's just a sprite, which is like a 2D picture they pasted over the 3D image, but they draw the walls and not the floor and the ceiling, just to get enough performance out of these slow CPUs. But the best thing is, of course, the sound. And that's your profound carnage right there. This was the first game where you actually really could see, oh dear, yeah, where you could move around in a 3D environment and it felt real. This was the most realistic game in 1992, and it shows. So again, looking around, lights with sprites as well, and then made little spots on the floor just to give you the sense of realism. Right, and you can walk around, some chandeliers, some imagery that the Germans found quite offensive. There you go. Everybody you take down. Oh, Peter's not gonna like me here. Yeah. Right, so moving around the game feels very much like games of today. Oh dear. Right, bit of food there. And yeah, you just go around exploring this castle. And there's a lot of things about this game that is it's usual now, but was absolute firsts for the time. But changing your weapon there, that's pretty good. There's of course nothing behind there. So yeah, that was a secret. Almost forgot to tell you about that. Secrets were all over the game. And yeah, you can see I'm not just spraying ammunition here. I'm actually being conservative. And if you pick up a lot of that treasure at 40,000 score, you actually get a bonus character. And you can see there's a bit of a graphics corruption there. This is just a feature of the times. This is my copy of the game specifically. I think I was copying it on a floppies and it just didn't copy correctly there. I'm lucky it was just one picture. I could really repair it, but why do it? That's yeah, there's not a lot of intelligence there. Yeah, what I was saying, why change? It's part of my history now. Another little room of treasure, as you do. And there's another secret behind the Führer. And this is how this game was imagined. Fast, furious action. Just keep on looking. a feeling I was here before. No, I wasn't. Oops. Right. And a little bit more exploring around the corner. And maybe I think people in here, maybe not. Yeah, so definitely was here before. And of course your mission here is to escape. So if you've played Doom before, you're used to the exit screen or level. There you are. And away you go. Gives you a little report card on how well you did. And you get dropped onto the next level. So as with any maze, I heard somebody. Oh dear. Got a dog food there. Right. Yeah, as I was saying, any maze you sort of follow the left-hand rule, and that guides you through the maze fairly efficiently. You gotta conserve your ammunition here. Yeah, that's the game. Unfortunately, there's no maps or things that people are used to now. Easy to get lost, of course. And of course, people have been speed running this game. I'm just looking for one of the SS officers. I'm supposed to see one shortly. Come on. There you go. Oh dear. Try to conserve the ammunition as you do. Oh, a little bit of treasure there. So I saw somebody. There we go. Yeah, so it's been a while since I've played this, and I'm actually getting a little bit lost here. Right, so about the game and where it gets its name from. Of course, Wolfenstein itself, the older game, was set in a castle, and you would try to escape. Of course, it was set up so that you was sneaking around and they did Wolfenstein 3D. They thought that's just going to take away from the action of the game. So they didn't want to do that. They wanted the game to be quite furious in its gameplay. Get a real feeling of excitement. Oh dear. I think I'm way back when I started here. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so you were supposed to sneak around corners. I've done a review on Wolfenstein 3D, the original. Sorry, Wolfenstein, the 2D game. And I'm missing the trick here. Oh. Yeah, so you... There we go. Mein Leben, he says. Right. The graphics are just amazing. And of course... Right, where was I? Yeah. Wolfenstein 3D. Sorry, Wolfenstein, Castle Wolfenstein. You were supposed to sneak around. It was... And use... use your enemies
well, yeah, use uniforms. Try to get out of that castle. It wasn't so much combat as it was subterfuge. Oh dear, that was painful. Right. And yeah, this game is nothing like that. You go on a mad spree, and eventually you take out the ultimate bad guy. And yeah, you could change your weapons. 1 is a knife, 2 is your little handgun, 3 is the fully automatic rifle. So yeah, that is Wolfenstein 3D in a nutshell. Fast, furious action, groundbreaking graphics, really nice sound effects, and okay, pots and pans. Yeah, the amount of polish in this game is just absolutely groundbreaking. Drums standing around, that's another thing in Doom. You see a lot of the drums standing around. Now you shoot these ones that don't actually explode like the ones in Doom does. But a lot of the elements in the gameplay have passed through. There you go. Lots of guards watching the cups, of course, as you do. Yeah. Oh. I think I was there before. Yeah, but Wolfenstein 3D. Let's pop out of this and show some other features. When you press this quit, it would go guns and glory. Press no, work and worry. Press yes. So every time you press quit, you'd get a different message. Now I'm going to be a wimp here and press yes. This little screen at the back was quite entertaining. Gives you like a little threat about playing unregistered copies of Wolfenstein 3D. So never actually had my hard drive erased. Right. So to talk about the Wolfenstein 3D, they actually remade Wolfenstein and kept a lot of their older spirit. So this is not MS-DOS games, but this is the Return to Castle Wolfenstein. And they did spend a lot of time recreating the older feel in much newer graphics. So I'll just bring it on and I'll just show you a tiny little tidbit of what it was supposed to be. I'm skipping all the screens. It's a game for a different channel, this one. Definitely not MS-DOS anymore. Still fairly old. But here you go, same trope. But now you've got a knife. And there's somebody that didn't make it. And you're in a castle with some nice music. And I've just picked up a little Luger there. And now we can sneak through the castle. I think if you hold down shift to sneak. No, that's not the sneak key. One of these keys makes you sneak. Yeah, you can crouch with C. This one has moved over to WASD for movement, and you're aiming with the mouse.
Yes. There you are. Shackles up.
Right. That's how you do it. So much more gore and violence. But you can now sneak around. And if you want to be quiet, don't make any explosions as you do. There you go. Whoopsie. You can...
Thanks for making it to the end of the video. Hopefully you've liked it. If you want to subscribe, there's a link over there. Google seems to think you would like that. And there are more of my videos available here. Have a fantastic day. Goodbye.